Namaskar. I'll share a short story with you today. Once there was a king and he was living very happily in his kingdom along with his people. And none of his people had any complaints with him because he was a very nice king and he used to look after everybody around him. One day he heard that a very famous sage has come and he's sitting outside his palace, and this sage was sitting there for 2 days. So the king was very curious to get him inside the palace and treat him well. So he sent his people and asked them to bring the sage inside the palace. When the sage came inside the palace, the king treated him very well. When it was time for sage to leave the palace, the king asked him, "You are a very learned sage. I would like to get some advice from you and some good teachings from you. So before you leave, you must teach me something nice." So the sage tells him, "Okay, fine, I will do that." And he wrote something on a piece of paper, and he hands over that piece of paper to the king and tells him that I know you are a really nice king and you are looking after your people, and you are taking care of everybody around you. But you must open this piece of paper when you are in deep trouble and you have no other way to find any solution. Only then you open this piece of paper. And with that, the sage leaves the town and leaves his palace. So after a few years, the king had to go in a war with another king, and he lost a lot of his army and he lost his kingdom, and he went to the jungles. He had nowhere else to go. So while he was in the jungle, he was very depressed and he was thinking. And suddenly he remembered that piece of paper the sage had given. So he asked his person to get that slip of paper from his belongings. And he opened that slip and read it aloud. The slip read that when you had everything and you were enjoying everything in your best time, so this is the worst time you are going through, and you should be able to survive this also. And use your brains and find a solution to your problem. You are a very good king, and I'm sure you will be able to find a solution. So this too shall pass. So this story tells us also that if good things do not last, even bad things do not last forever. So even if we are going through hardships, even if we are going through difficult times, this too shall pass. There is always light after the dark. The sun always comes after the night. So stay positive, stay happy, and keep doing the good work, and keep everyone around you also happy. God bless us all.